give me the same objection.
Okay. Steve, to be honest with you, I actually looked up that car, and 13,000 is not going to work. If I recall correctly, it was like $15,000 for that car on KBB.
Okay, I understand. Jose, the fact that you want more for your car is perfectly natural. We understand it. We don't have a problem with it. Other than the trade, though, everything else is cool. Nothing else stopped you from taking your new Kia home today, correct?
No, that's fine.
Okay. All right, look, KBB is a terrific site. We use it as well as a general guideline. And I say general guideline for a couple reasons. KBB doesn't ask a lot of questions. Basically, they ask you for the year, the make, the model, and the miles. Okay? With just that information, they can only give you a very general value. Now, KBB's purpose in the business world, if you will, is not to give people values for cars. You know, they'll also tell you what you should pay for a new car, but that's still not their purpose. Their business model is built around advertising. Okay? It is a for-profit site, a very profitable site, I might add, but they get all their money, not from car dealers, not from consumers, but from advertisers. Now, some of them might be car dealers, but they want to drive as much traffic as they can to that website. So, in an effort to drive as much traffic as they can to the website, they do it just the way you or I would do it. They create a general value that is almost always tending to be on the high side. You'd do that if you had the site, and so would I. They're doing nothing mischievous, nothing wrong, other than providing a guide to the value of a car on the high side. Now, let's go on the site, take a look at it together so I can show you a couple of interesting things, okay? Mm-hmm. All right. Interesting thing number one. As you can see right here, make, model, year, miles. All right, then they say LX or EX, so we check that one. And that's it. They don't ask about the color. They don't ask about the status of the title. They don't ask about your front bumper. Okay? They don't ask about the number of keys you have or don't have. And keep all that in mind. Mm-hmm. Because once we come down here, as you can see, KBB indeed says that your car can be worth as much as $16,168. That would be in excellent condition. And as you can see, only 3% of the vehicles are in excellent condition. And obviously you were astute enough not to click on that particular button, okay? Basically, a excellent car is one that was purchased 3 years ago, and the customer didn't drive it home. They put it on a flatbed truck, and they trucked it home. They put it in their garage, they covered it, they took the air out of the tires, and they let it sit for 3 years. And then 3 years later, they put some air in the tires, uncovered it, and trucked it back to a car dealership. That would be an excellent car. That Cadenza sitting over there in the showroom, that's an excellent car, okay? Now, very good. Again, a small percentage, 15,868. I got a feeling that you called yours in the good category, 15,168. Okay? Hey, nothing wrong with this, and I don't blame you. I would want 15,168 if I went to KBB and saw this as well. However, if you'll notice this little button right here, it says Get the Offer. Okay? And right below it, it says AutoTrader. Do you know who AutoTrader is? Okay, do you know the AutoTrader relationship to KBB? All right. AutoTrader owns Kelley Blue Book. It owns KBB. They bought them in 2011. Okay? AutoTrader is the 500-pound gorilla in the used car market. I mean, they advertise more cars, they create more values. And one thing that AutoTrader does that nobody else does is when this says, get your offer, it means they will write you a check for the vehicle. So, here we have Kelley Blue Book saying that your car is worth $15,168. We've got AutoTrader literally advertising right next to it saying, hey, we want to buy your car. Why don't we do this? Why don't we click on this button? And basically I'm inviting someone else in to bid against us. All right? You know, we want to give you $13,000 for it. I'm going to invite AutoTrader to bid against us. Now, if AutoTrader bids higher than we do, all I ask is you give us a chance to match that bid. Fair enough?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's go here. As you can see, it's going to put in your VIN number. Now, look, it asks for the color here. Kelly Blue Book didn't ask for the color, did it? No, it did not. So color of the exterior, color of the interior. We put in the miles here, and we click right here. Okay? Now, it's going to ask a series of questions. You're the only owner, right? Okay, that's good news. You have a payoff, so you don't have the title, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'll tell you how that works in just a few minutes. Okay, anybody smoke in it?
No.
Okay, boom, boom, boom. We got go down through here. Didn't have navigation. Hasn't been to an auction. All right. It asks about damage here. All right. Look, your car hasn't been wrecked. You told me that, and I believe that. However, your front bumper is in need of work, right? Okay, so we're just going to click that, and boom, see it opens up another window. So we just go over here to bumper, click on it, and then it says, you know, has it been fixed? Does it need to be fixed? Does it need to be replaced? Blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't think it needs to be replaced, so we're just going to click here. Needs repairing. Needs some sanding and some paint, maybe some body putty. So click there. Okay, then we go down here. No interior defects, no mechanical defects. Okay, click here. All right, now it wants some information. I'm going to type in my name, my email address, my phone number. Click here. All right, here's a summary. Now, when I click submit, it'll do one of two things. It'll either give us an instant offer for the vehicle, or it'll say, hey, it's pending, and we need a couple minutes. It never takes more than 5 minutes. All right? So let's click here and see what we get. Boom. Right now, there's lots of little people in there scurrying around trying to figure out what your car's worth. Aha! Here it is. Your instant trade offer. Your instant trade offer, Jose, is $12,249. Now, that's about $2,300 less than what KBB said it was worth. That's about $751 less than what we said it was worth. Now, the obvious question is why? Well, if you look down here, you don't have the title. That makes the car worth less because whoever buys it, including us, and we factor this in too, we can't sell the car until we get the title, and that could be a 2-week process. You know, sending the payoff to your bank, letting your bank pay, process the check, making sure it clears, and then sending us by slow pigeon the title. All right, number of keys. You didn't have them. Okay, this didn't used to be factored in because it cost 50 cents to cut a key. Now the cheapest key around is $150. Some of them go up to $450, even $500. All right, all your service records. Okay, and services due. You haven't done your 30,000 mile service. Okay, they know that. All right, the color. Good news. Your color's a popular color. That was, I guarantee, a plus. But you have got some damage that's going to have to be repaired. So, I mean, they take this into account. Kelly Blue Book doesn't. And down here is, I can't read that.
Insurance claims.
Okay, there weren't any insurance claims.
Yeah.
So, what's the difference between KBB and its Papa company, AutoTrader? The difference is AutoTrader is much more thorough because they're going to cut a check, just like we're going to cut a check. The difference is we're going to cut a check for a lot more than AutoTrader is willing to cut a check. But I can't cut a check until you authorize this right here.
Perfect.
This is killer. I'm telling you, it's killer. You know, I ask